Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be looking at the markets, what's happening in Bitcoin. We'll look at a few charts as well, and we'll also be answering the questions a lot of people have been asking us. When do you get back into alts? When is the alt season coming? Obviously nobody knows the answer to that, but I'm going to show you some indicators on Bitcoin as well, and just kind of talk a little bit about technical analysis, because I use it all the time. I couldn't trade without technical analysis. But it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be millions upon millions of lines on it to confuse everybody. Technical analysis is not kind of black magic. You could use it, make it really, really simple. I'm going to show you just a couple of things to show you just how simple it can be. And I'll show you something on a Bitcoin chart as well that could have made a lot of people a lot of money, as well as myself as well, obviously, if I knew known TA back then as well. But I want to talk about that as well, because I think it's really important. Because a lot of people put trading down and say that you're not going to make money on trading. A lot of people do make a lot of money. Obviously, a lot of people lose money as well. But if you use the indicators and stick to a strategy, you can make a lot of money as well. And I have made a lot of money since I've started trading as well. And obviously lost money as well. So I'm not going to lie. I've lost a lot of money as well. So just kind of want to talk about that a wee bit today as well. So if you've got any questions on that, let me know in the chat area just now. Also, we've got the premium group is going to be reopening at the end of July, and we've got a 3-video training session for you coming up at the end of July as well. So sign up below for that, and also sign up to the free Telegram group, because you'll get notified a week early, or you get notified earlier than anybody else in the public. So sign up below for that. It'd be brilliant to see you in there. Okay, let's crack on, see if anybody's in first of all. Don't know if anybody will be in. There's a few people in, which is good. Excuse me. Okay, I'll just dive over to the chat area just now. We have the Hawthorns is in. Just checking in Erlen, hooking up to Bluetooth in the car. Excellent, good to see you here. Or good to hear you here. John Russell is in. Andreas, Gordy Boy is in. Oh, I've got something in my throat. John Graham is in, Mitch Dieter, Stephen King, Gareth Passage, Marcus Shafari, G-Slick is in house, B is in this morning, Stormkeeper, Mervyn Skidmore, Gene, Daz Hibernia is in, Scottish Bull's back with us, Gene, Mac Paul and JC Stander, Honest Crypto Journey, Debbie Claydon is in, David Schwartz, not Debbie Schwartz, nearly gave you a new name there, a new gender, Ross Davidson, Crypto Cannabis is in as well, and I'll just go through some of the kind of comments as well here. Monago, do you think it's time to buy more spreading alts? At the moment, we'll have a look at the Bitcoin chart and I'll show you kind of an indicator when to get into alts, when to get out of alts as well. BTC going to rise today? I think so. I think it's going to rise, but we'll look at the charts and have a look at that. Absolutely batter those likes. Yep. Crush the likes, everybody. If you can go down to the like button and hit that like button just now, that would be fantastic. And also, if you're watching, leave a comment just to let us know kind of where you're from, and just to say hi as well. If you've got any questions, just type it in the chat area just now as well. Turn your voice volume up a bit, Stephen. It doesn't seem, everything seems okay here. So if you turn up on your end, Gene, I think everything's okay here, unless anybody else is saying it's really low as well. I don't bother with tea, but I just buy consistently. I think that's a good strategy to have, Scottish Bull. And no matter what the price is over the years, I've made a lot of money, plus saves blood pressure from hitting the roof. That's the thing as well. That's what I want to talk about today as well. There's a couple of strategies you can use to trade and also to build up your portfolio as well. And that's what I want to talk about today. It's okay, just your sore throat, LOL. Rob UK is in the house. Morning all from sunny London. One of our brilliant admins is in the house. Also got his own channel that's doing even better than this channel. So check out. I don't think it's on that link though. It's got another. It's in Polish, I believe. So doing brilliantly, Rob. Really proud of what kind of Rob's achieved over the last few months as well. As a couple of our admins got kind of their own channels now and doing really, really well. Got Jimbo as well from Crypto Knowledge Alliance, doing excellent as well, got a brilliant group. B Sound is perfect, excellent. Got Green Plate is in, good morning to Steve and everyone. Scottish Bull, sunny Glasgow, it's been beautiful the last couple of days in Glasgow. It's been absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, I'm kind of knee deep in kind of vinyl, laying the flooring. So I've nearly got it finished. Nearly finished. I've just got one more day to do and the hull is finished. Then I'll get on to fitting the gas cooker and then painting, then tiling. And I'm learning all this stuff on YouTube. I've never done this before. So I'm learning it all on YouTube and applying the knowledge I've learned from YouTube. Because I'm of the opinion, if you don't know how to do something, just everything is figure outable. As one of my great friends says, you can figure anything out. And now that we've got YouTube, you can almost do anything, including trading as well. Okay, let's look at the markets. What's happening in the markets overall? Coin market cap. Oh, I was looking at Metamorph earlier on. Metamorph is actually doing really well. Market cap is up to 1.4 million just now. It's up another few percentage points. I'm just looking at that just now. Back down to 92, but it's jumped up in a big time as well. So it's doing extremely well, Metamorph. And I'll be doing an updated video on Metamorph as well. Just have a wee look. So it's way off its all-time low at 40, around about the 40 mark. It's way off that, and it's bringing out version 2 in July. That's why I was looking at it again, just to check up on it. But I'll do another kind of updated video once they bring version 2 out, and we'll show you kind of more of that. But back to the markets. Okay, Bitcoin is back up to $11,476. Aggregated price. We'll look at the Bitcoin chart in a second. Market capitalization is down to $327 billion. We've got Bitcoin dominance of 62.4%. We need that to come down a wee bit if the alts are going to run, but I still think Bitcoin has got a run to go. I still think that we're going to go up in the short term for Bitcoin. And then when Bitcoin hits a peak, and I think that peak is probably, and I don't know, obviously, nobody knows, if we're being really honest. Nobody knows, but I think that peak is probably going to be its all-time high at 20,000. It's going to kiss 20,000 and then come back down. Goodness knows how much it's going to come down by, but I think it's going to kiss 20,000, come back down, and then go up. That's when I think we'll see the alts running. Okay, who's the winners and losers? XMAX again, that was yesterday up. It's kind of jumped up 10 places as well. Oh, it's like the pop charts. Up 29%. 0x is up 7%. Grisha is up again. Zcash, Dogecoin, Walton Chain, Educare, DAI, Maximind Coin up as well, but not that many. Up probably about 20%. In the green, not by that much either. Inside Chain down 29%. Big fall for Inside Chain. Seen it dropped about 80% over the last hour or something when I was looking at crypto bubbles. Aurora Coin is down as well. Dent, ABBC, Bitcoin Cash, Tron is down. EOS, Hypercash, Mixin, Omisigo. So as the Bitcoin dollar value goes up, obviously a lot of the coins are going to start falling again. We had a wee run on all the alts yesterday. On Binance it was all green basically, but that will change today again. I'll just go over onto 1 second. I'll just go back to my face at the moment because I need to log out. Binance. So I'll just get Binance up in a second. There we go, I'll just jump back. So what we're doing on Binance, well, it's still actually, it's looking quite good on Binance. We're still in the green there. That's ADX. So ADX or ADX, sorry, is up 17%. It did go much higher than that, about 30%. We've got BTT moving up as well. It's probably 1 Satoshi or something though. It's up. 0x is up. DGD, Digix DAO is up as well. And WTC is up. So there's a lot of altcoins up just now, which is looking good. Where is VET? I've just seen VET there kind of going up. BNB is taking a massive jump as well, which is good. It's come back down again for it. So Elrond is coming out soon on Binance as well, the new kind of IEO that's coming out. That'll be interesting to see what happens there. I think Binance got it wrong by doing the random spot checks for holding BNB tokens. I think they've got it wrong there. I think they had the right balance the last time. But we'll see what happens with that. I think because of Bitcoin price rising, I think Elrond is not going to do as well as the other IEOs, but it'll probably come back up in the future once the market kind of stabilizes again. So we'll see what happens there. So that's what's happening in Binance just now. Overall markets just now, this is on CoinMarketCap. It's still got 2,292. Duo is back up again. We've seen that the other day. It's up 81% on 329,000 volume. Sealy, that's one we kind of looked at last year, not looked at that for ages. Up 57% on 12 million market cap. Pharma Trust, haven't heard of them, up 47%. Any other ones that are low down? No Bullshit Crypto. Market cap's 101,000, up 32% on 100,000 volume. Strange. Latium X. I'm just looking at the low market cap ones. Always looking for kind of hidden gems. And I believe like Metamorph is a hidden gem as well, but I've been saying that for about a year. So we just need to see what version 2 brings for Metamorph, and I'm hopeful for that as well. That could be a big exchange. Okay, so that's kind of all the markets just now. We'll just jump back to the chat area, see who else has joined us, if anybody. Rob Fiddler is in the house. Deb Vin, one of our Brown admins, is in. Morning, just made it. Excellent. Rob UK, this is all because of our amazing team, and you, Steve, thank you. No, thank you, Rob, for all your support. Really, all the admins have done a brilliant support over the last year since we kind of started CYT kind of crypto and the Telegram group as well. So we've got amazing people in the admins. I give them a shout out kind of when I can, because they do it all for free and just for the love of crypto as well. And we've got a couple of the brilliant admins in just now. So thank you, big huge thank you. You know who you are. Kim, brilliant admin, you see her in the groups all the time. I've got Rob UK is in there as Bitcoin Phoenix. He's in as well, brilliant admin. Deb, brilliant admin. James, got brilliant admin as well. James Oklahoma, a lot of you know him as well. Jimbo from Crypto Knowledge Alliance. Mike D as well. Not been around as much, but he's still one of our brilliant admins as well. And we've got Dave Stewart as well, and Sean Louisiana as well, who's not really kind of been around as much. But a big huge thank you to all the admins. Just want to give you a shout out as much as possible. Don't blow the house up, Steve-O. Yes. No, it's just fitting a gas pipe. That's what I'm doing. The gas cooker's been kind of installed electrically. It's just fitting a gas pipe now, but I needed to get some gas tape just to make sure and test the gas first. So the gas pipe has been put in with a bayonet. My son done that because he's a plumber anyway, but I just need to fit it all together. Gareth Visage, you should call me, I'll do it for you. No, it's literally just connecting a hose. I just need a gas tape, that's what I'm doing, waiting on. Gary Menzies, bon dia. Good day to you as well. Scottish Bull, fin the gas cooker. Yeah. John Russell, anything I need to do, I'll go to you. So yeah, I do it all the time. Anything I need to learn, I just go to YouTube and learn as much as possible. Axel is in the house. Pete Van Den Wright is in. Good day, everyone. Mervyn Skidmore, Manly Man DIY skills. Go-karts and treehouse on the national curriculum with cooking and knitting for the girls. That's sexist there. I know you're winking there. Hit the likes, please, everybody. Okay, Barbara Taylor's in. Natasha Sakamoto's in. Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to go over to the chart for Bitcoin. The chart for Bitcoin just now, $11,305 at the moment. So we did get down to 10,300. Now we looked at kind of some possible scenarios yesterday where the support lines were 11,800, 11,400 fell way below there. We've got 10,000 psychological barrier as well. But I want to show you this as well. Some people are kind of starting to post doomsday again, doomsday videos. I want to post show you this. So somebody posted that we could go back down to $3,000. Obviously we could. There is a possibility. But I want to show you the Fibonacci. Fibonacci. And Fibonacci is one of those tools that you can use to really good effect actually. I'll go up to here. This is on the daily. So the Fibonacci, what you're doing with the Fibonacci retracement levels, you're looking at kind of where it started. From here, the high point, and you're looking at the low point as well. The low point being around about 3,139, and the high point being 19,666. So we're looking at the Fibonacci retracement, and you can see down here is the bottom, and you're saying, okay, where can it bounce to? And you've got the golden ratio here at 61.8%. Hit that perfectly and came back down again. It didn't quite hit the 50% at 9,400, but could get down to there. However, it could go back up here as well. It doesn't mean to say it's going to 100% retrace and go all the way back down to 3,000. That could happen. Don't think it's going to happen. Too much momentum in there. Too much institutional investors in there just now as well. We've got the retail investors really not come in yet. If we look at the Google search results as well, we've done that over the last couple of weeks, just seen that, and seen that retail is not in. There's no new retail money coming in. And by retail, we're talking about you and I. People like you and I that have got maybe $1,000 or $500 or $100 to put in to the market. Institutional investors are putting in millions. That's why the Bitcoin price has gone up. So it doesn't mean to say it's going to retrace all the way back to 100%. So it could, the next kind of level here would be realistically 16,000 and then 20,000. I think we're going to get the 20,000 and then come back down, and you might get the 30-40% retracement from there before it goes back up again. So 30% of 20,000 is, it's going down to 14,000. So that's how you kind of use a fib retracement. That's how you see kind of resistance levels as well. Resistance was clearly 13,300 there. Support 11,400. That would have been one of the supports we looked at yesterday. Another support 9,500. If it fell below there, then that is a big kind of worry if it goes below 9,500 again. So that's one of the tools you can use to look at Bitcoin. So I'm going to show you another tool, another really easy way. And TA does not have to be hard. TA does not have to be hard at all. Technical analysis for anybody that's looking to kind of chart. Just start with something simple and build upon your tools. So I never used to use the Fibonacci retracement because I only needed one or two tools that I used, but I still like using this to look for kind of resistance and support as well. So we'll get rid of this just now, and I want to show you this on the daily. So we're going back to 2017, even 2016. If all you did, if you don't want to be a trader in crypto, so you decide, okay, you kind of want to trade, but you don't want to look at the screen every single day because it can give you just a lot of stress when you're trading every day and you're looking at the screen every single day and watching it every single day. It's part of my job to do that, so I don't mind kind of doing that, but I don't trade and look at the screen every single day for myself. But well, I am kind of trading every day, but I'm not looking at the screen for myself every day. I'm looking at it for the premium group and looking at charts, looking at news and stuff like that. But I love it. I love kind of what I'm doing. And it's part of my job as well, although I wouldn't call it a job. But if you just want to kind of put money in to kind of Bitcoin or whatever it is, if it's XRP, if it's Ethereum, then what you can do is just, we spoke about dollar cost averaging in. So you can do it that way, and just every month, just put $100 in to Ethereum or $100 into Bitcoin and just build it up that way. And just keep on building, keep on building, keep on building. And then in 5 years' time, you're going to have a little Bitcoin. And even if you've just managed to accumulate one Bitcoin, you're going to be in the top 1% of people who own Bitcoin. So there's not going to be a lot of people who own Bitcoin in 5 years' time or own one Bitcoin. But if you want to get in, kind of semi-traded it, and just looked at it on a weekly basis, what you can do is look at the daily chart, or we can even go to the 3-day chart. This will probably be the best one. Not the best one to use, but one of the good ones to use as well. So you go to the 3-day chart. So look at 3 days, and we're just looking for a crossover. So we're looking for the 7 EMA crossing over the 50 EMA here. Say for example, on 16th of October 2015, this is on the 3-day chart, you get in there at 253 and you don't get out until the 7 EMA crosses down over the 50 EMA on the same chart, the same time scale. Important to use the same chart if you're doing it this way. So you would have got out at 1,143 for a gain of 3,829%. So if you put $1 in, you get $38 back. You put $100 in, you get 38,000 back. So that's what would have happened there if that's all you did. But all you need to do here literally is you go in when it crosses over, up over, and you just go, okay, I'm going to get in there. You buy in and you just leave it and you just check it every week or so. Because it's a 3 daily chart, all these candles are for 3 days. So that's all you do. You just check it every week or so and just say, okay, where is it at? Is it coming down? Is it crossed over again? So if it hasn't crossed over, you just stay in. And we'll look at a couple. You're going to get choppy waters here. So you're going to get crossed down here at 1,000, but it wasn't down there. Where did it go? 248. That was 9,000. Right, 1 wee second. I'm saying 1,000. Yeah, it was 9,000 it crossed over. So you're getting in 2015, but you stayed in till 2018. That's 3 years. And it didn't cross down on the 3 daily. It didn't cross down over for 3 years. What day was that? 16th of October, or 2.5 years. So you just be in for 2.5 years and you could have made 30x your money. So if you said, okay, I'm going to put $1,000 in here, it then goes up to $38,000. $38,000 if you put $1,000 in, because you've 30x'd your money. And that's in 2.5 years. There's no way you're going to get that from a bank. So that's on the 3 daily, but you can see it crossed back up at 10,000 and crossed back down over at around about 10,000 as well. So there's going to be sometimes you're going to be in and out quite quickly. That's why you have to check on it every week or so if you're on the 3 daily. And it didn't cross over there, it nearly crossed over. So it's not crossed over until we get to 4,308, which is now, the period we're in just now. And so far you could have made up to a 200% profit so far. But if you're using this, you'd just stay in, you'd still be in just now. You wouldn't worry about the crossover because there's nowhere near a crossover coming down. Could happen. It could happen in the next couple of weeks. It's going to cross back down over. But if you got in at 4,350, then you'd have still been quids in. So that's one way to trade. So you're still trading, but it's nowhere near as frequently as a day trader who's trading 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, or even once a day, or even once every a couple of days or something. So that's one strategy to use, and that's just for Bitcoin. If you look to the likes of XRP, and we'll look at the BTC value. So with XRP, you've only had a couple of crossovers with XRP and the BTC value. We'll go to XRP Poloniex actually. That's got a longer history. So we'll go back and we'll see the crossover here when it was 761 Satoshi. And it went up 811% for the cross back down over. But obviously you could have taken profits up here when it was 3,000%, and it'd be wise to take profits as well. So, but if you just stayed in and just say, okay, I'm just going to wait until the 3 day crosses down over, you're talking about an 800% kind of profit, or 8 times how much you put in. So if you put $1,000 in March 2017, in July 2017, you could have had $8,000. But if you got out kind of close to the top, you could have got out then and took some profits and waited to see what happens, and then go back in again if you wanted to. And again, it crossed over here, 4,171, and went up nearly 100%. So you put $1,000 in, you get $2,000 back here. But again, if you'd got it near the top of where this was, you could have got $4,000 back and $1,000. So where are we just now with XRP? XRP is not a buy at the moment, certainly on the 3 day. So it's definitely not a buy at the moment, according to the TA. So that's one way of doing it. That's one way of trading. I'll just jump back to the chat area just in case I'm missing a lot of comments here. Any questions or anything? BTC burns, XRP rises from the ashes like a phoenix. Yep, a little bit of luck. Definitely. You've seen that there's a direct inverse correlation between the Bitcoin price going up and kind of XRP going down, and just kind of flip it around. When Bitcoin price goes down, XRP goes up in Satoshi value. Brundle25 is in. Good morning to you. Imran is in. Good morning to you. Alts won't move significantly until BTC dominance of 30% and below. I wouldn't say 30%. I don't think 30% is the number, even kind of getting down to in the 40s or 50s, which is practically half from where we are today. Ola Brambleborg, good morning to you. Natasha Sakamoto, Steve Skip. The website, Reddit, Coin, Insights, info everywhere. Right, missed us. Made less trading than I would have just holding BTC, but where's the fun in that? Yeah, there's part of that as well, and that's another kind of thing we have to think about as well. When we want to obviously have the fun and the excitement of trading, which is part of the reason I do it as well, if I'm being really honest. I like the excitement of it. I like the eustress of it. Yeah, and you get distress and you get eustress as well. Eustress is a good stress. That was a Freudian slip there. You get eustress when you have sex. That's eustress. Your body is in stress mode when you're making love or having sex or whatever you want, and that's eustress. So it's good stress, and you get bad stress, which is distress. Distress is what you don't want. So yeah, there's an element of that. So what you should really be doing is accumulating your Bitcoin. So when you're trading and you're making profits, then you put a little bit of that away towards your Bitcoin bag, so to speak. So you put on your Ledger Nano X or wherever you want to kind of hold it in your wallet. So you put a little bit away. So if you make, say, for example, 0.1 Bitcoin, you could put 0.01 Bitcoin away and just put 10% away, tithe it or something like that, and just put 10% away to your Bitcoin bag, and don't touch that. You just kind of save up all the time. And if you can buy Bitcoin off your wages or something like that, then you buy Bitcoin and just kind of put it into your bag as well, and still have that trading money as well, if you like the excitement of trading, and you're not going to lose that much as well. Crypto Knowledge Alliance is in the house. Jimbo, just talking about you, Jimbo, is in the chat here as well, one of the brilliant admins, and he's got his own channel as well. He's talking about you and Rob having your own channel as well, which is fantastic to see, and I'm giving you a big shout out. So good morning to you. Mark Innes is in the house. Welcome to you as well. Kukla is in. Good morning to you. Imran Chowdhury, statistically, you're just not going to make more money trading in an uptrend than someone who keeps dollar cost averaging in without the risk. Yes, exactly. So you can do both. You can do a bit of both. Do the dollar cost average in and trade at the same time as well, if you like the excitement of trading. And a lot of people do like the excitement of trading, me being one of them. If you want to stress unhealthy relationships with your family and be glued to the screen, become antisocial and angry, keep trading small time frames, and I guarantee it will damage you mentally. Yeah, if you're doing it, if you've got a lot of money on the line, yes, I could imagine it would. B, just checking Bloomberg stresses me out these days. Yeah, definitely. Just watching the news stresses you out. Okay, so we'll look at the other kind of way as well when we're talking about trading as well. We'll go back to charts. So looking at XRP, so look at BTC again. So this is trading BTC USD. Again, trading using just the crossovers. That's all you need, just a crossover. So if you were trading using a crossover on the daily, you would have gone at $248 in October 2015. And you would have got out, this is a 3-day, that's not the 3-day, that's a 1-day. So 1-day chart, I want to look at. Okay, so there's a couple of times on the daily chart. This is if you want to do infrequent trading. You still want to trade, but you want to do infrequent trading. And that's just have the excitement of kind of trading, but not watch it every single minute of every single day. And you could have gone to Bitcoin, say, round about $600, go out 800, go back in 1,000, go back out 2,400, go back in at 3,893, go out at 13 or 14,000. So you're going to have some big kind of wins. And obviously, if you put a stop loss in as well, you're not going to have that much loss at all. And if you look at the crossover, you shouldn't. Any crossovers, you wouldn't have had a loss on this. You crossed over here at 10,655 and 10,695 or something, you got back out. Here again, 8,335 out, 8,955 in, 6823 out, 7248 in, 6874 round about the same out as well. So you wouldn't have lost hardly any money if you're doing it this way and this way alone. The trouble is, it's hard to stick to the strategy. It's hard to stick to it. If you're looking at the daily and you're involved in kind of crypto every single day, and you see the price going down, you start to get that fear and think, oh, it's going to go down, I'm going to get out, instead of leaving it in there as well. When it came down to here, it didn't cross over. When it came down from 7,780 came down 27% to 5,580, you would have just stayed in. You wouldn't have bothered about that because it didn't cross over. And you might have got out and stayed out, and it went all the way back up to 20,000 or nearly 20,000. So that's the trouble, it's the sticking to the strategy as well. That's a big problem. So that's another way to do it, and that's simple TA. So the crossover is technical analysis. It just depends on the timescales that you use for the crossovers. You could have a 3 and 7, a 3 and 9, or a 50 over the 200, which would change it completely. So we take that off and do the 50 over the 200. And we had the golden cross there on the 21st of April, 4,487. So you could use that as well. So it just depends on the time frame you use. I use different ones. And then once you build that, once you start to get confident with that, then obviously you can start adding other indicators like the Fibonacci retracement, the triangles. I really love trading in triangles as well. And you'll find triangles everywhere once you spot them. Once you see them one place, you'll start to see them everywhere. So for example, here, we'll do another triangle there. There's a descending triangle there. And there. You can see that clearly support there. So it's a descending triangle. And usually with a descending triangle, there's usually a continuation of the pattern downwards. But a lot of the time, if we're close to the bottom, a lot of the time it'll kind of break out of there and go much higher, and we could have went up here, but just so happens that it did break down. So if you're aware of these kind of triangles, so to speak, then you can see and you can judge if it breaks down below here, you get out straight away. So you don't wait and it falling all the way down $2,000. If it breaks that line, then you get out. So this is when TA comes into its own. That's a descending triangle. You get an ascending triangle, you get a symmetrical triangle as well. Triangles are really good for trading as well, and I've done a video. So if you go search on my videos, just type in triangles. I've done a video on that for you as well. So that's how you build up your knowledge of TA, but start very, very simple and just do the crossover. That's all you need to do. If all you traded was a crossover, and a lot of people are going to tell you different, that you couldn't do just a crossover. Trust me, you can. You can just do the crossover, and if that's all the only one you trade, then you could be golden. And it depends on how quick or how often you want to trade. If you want to be a day trader, you can use a 15-minute. You can literally use a 15-minute chart on Bitcoin, and you can see the last few times. Today, it crossed over at 11,200, crossed back down at 11,250, it crossed over again at 11,147, we're up to 11,288. So you'd still be in the game here if you went in and traded on that. But you could have saved yourself a lot of money if you used a crossover to get out of Bitcoin here at 13,000, and you'd have still, well, you'd have go back in again maybe at 12,850, go out again at 12,850, and you'd have still been out, and you'd have saved all these losses as well. So if that's all you used, a crossover, you could make a lot of money trading, but sticking to that strategy and not getting fear as well, just using the crossover quite literally. But then you build up and look at your RSIs, look at your fib retracements, look at your triangles and that as well. So that's how you can make money, and that's how to know when to kind of get into alts as well. So usually when Bitcoin has hit a peak and it starts to go down, what happens? Everybody's getting out of Bitcoin and going into the alts market. So they're going into alts and go, okay, what do we do? Or they go into USDT or whatever, going to PAX, BNB coin, or whatever you use as the stable coin. So, but a lot of people will just jump back into alts and say, okay, the alts market is down. So XRP just now on Satoshi value is down to 3,600 just now, something like that. So you'd use your Bitcoin that you've gained to get more XRP. So that's the way it works. So it's just knowing when Bitcoin has peaked, and using these crossovers is an indicator of kind of when it's peaking, when it's not peaking. So in a 4-hour chart, it's not crossed down over yet. So I still think we've got a way to go before Bitcoin kind of goes back down again. I don't think we're going down much from here. We've hit the 10,300. It looks as if we're going to go back up again. And I still think once we're at 20,000, that's going to be a point where a lot of people are going to get out because of the psychological barrier. But nobody knows because of manipulation as well as organics as well, but nobody knows at all. And I can't claim to know because there's just no way of knowing. We just use TA as a signpost. And it can tell you, TA can tell you what's happening on a micro scale. That's why it's good to look at the 15-minute charts as well. I can tell you what's happening on a micro scale. Like here, this drop here from 12,889. Say, okay, I'm going to get out. It might stay the same here, but it looks as if it's going to go down, and it did drop $2,000. So you'd have saved yourself well, $2,500. That kind of heartache if you're using that kind of crossover. So nobody knows for sure, but TA can give you signposts. So I hope all that makes sense. I'm just going to see if we covered what I wanted to cover. Yeah, we've got a couple of news stories as well. So go back to chat. Peter Mitchell, what are you holding at the moment in alts? I'm still in XRP. I've got long-term alts as well for hidden gems like Metamorph, stuff like that. But probably the biggest one, Howdo. Still hopeful for that as well, being a big one. So I've still got long-term holds, literally investments. XRP being one of them. XRP I'm trading as well, but trading with a bigger pot and just hoping to catch that big run that's coming. And can you check XMX? Right, 1 sec. XMAX. Haven't heard of it. Oh, XMAX, that's the one that was kind of up. Got into top 100. So it came out July 2018. Marcus is on Huobi, Hotbit, Gravix, DDEX, that's not. ABCC, that's on as well. Why is that volume discounted? Outlier detected. Okay, so XMAX, what is it? So 83 million market capitalization, rank number 90, social. December the 6th, 2018. What's going on there? That's a bit strange. Let's go check the website. Don't know anything about XMAX. I don't know how it's got into the top. Oh, that's not a good sign. A couple of red flags there with XMAX straight away. What's going on? Chat. $44,000 members. Blockchain ecosystem and developer SDK for the video game and entertainment industry. Build your own blockchain games with XMAX. There's a gaming one. Not sure. I'd need to check into that further, but yeah, I don't really know much about that at all. Gareth Bassard, Steve, do you see BTC at 9,500? At the moment, it could get to 9,500 again if you're checking the fibs. So we'll go to the 1 day and we'll go back to that fib again because we showed that 9,500 was one of the 50% level. So see here, we've got, well, it's the 38% level. So around about 9,500, it could get down to that. So it's got to the 50%, it's done that already, 61% at the moment. So it could get down, so it's there just now. So if we go down to 9,500, I'd just be fearful, it could get down to that. That's the next support level, 9,500, 38%. If it goes below that, then it's a kind of free-for-all. It's there's not a lot of kind of support below that. There's certainly on the fib retracement, and I'm just doing a couple of these as well. Obviously, you've got other ones in between there. But yeah, it could definitely get down to that, the 9,500. So we just need to wait and see kind of what happens there. But we're at 11,344. We're at that 50% level just now. If we can break up from there and keep going up, then that would be a good thing. And then we can get back up to 13,000 again, which is a 61% fib. If we can break that, then you're up to kind of 15, 16,000, and then up to the 20,000. So yeah, it could get that. It could get to that. Going to crypto. Personally, it's a move between 60 to 40%, which is the alt season. Yeah. Going down, yeah, I wouldn't say 30% for the alt season. The 30% Bitcoin dominance we're talking about here. And just looking at the Bitcoin dominance just now. That's not got it. BTC.D. So the Bitcoin dominance just now is 64.84%. And Bitcoin dominance when it got to its peak was at 59%, according to TradingView. It was only at 60% when it got to its peak back in 2017. And that's, no, I'm looking at the wrong one, I do apologise, one sec. I'll just look at the Bitcoin dominance when it reached its peak, 69%. So 69% when it topped out at nearly the $20,000 level was the Bitcoin dominance. Be interesting to see the Ethereum dominance actually back then. So Ethereum dominance back in 2017. It's not going all the way back. 19th of July. So when did it reach its peak? So it reached its peak on the 1st of February 2018. That was after. So Ethereum dominance started going up just as Bitcoin reached its peak and was going down again. And this is where you see Ethereum dominance coming right up to 26%. So nearly doubled. Well, it did double from 12% up to 26%. Same with the XRP, I would imagine that would be something similar. So it's when it reaches its peak, when Bitcoin reaches its peak and then starts to come down, as we see the dominance going up. So .D. Being the same here, yeah. So Ripple dominance, or XRP dominance, it is 4% and it reached its peak to 17%. Right, there's a peak there at 31% actually. That was in May 2017. That's when it really kind of jumped up big time. And it was down to 1.25 and it jumped up to 30%. So keep an eye on the dominance as well. It's good to look at those charts as well. Gordy Boy, do you think Chainlink could be a top 10 coin? The way it's going just now, yes. I do actually think it'll be a top 10 coin. With the partnerships in place and the kind of exchanges being listed on and Coinbase just been added to Coinbase as well. Yeah, I think it could be really good. B, I'm always learning. Brilliant, Steve. Thank you very much. B, thanks for your support. Tons of info. Right, that's for me to skip. Imran, BTC is blindsiding everyone because people need to shrug off the euphoria of 2017. Those dynamics have gone. The next bull run will be dictated by VCs and big money. Back in blue chips, crypto's top 50. I think that's what's going to happen. That's why I think it's good to look at, that's what I've been saying as well. It's good to look at the top coins and start pitching your tent there as well. But also you're going to get hidden gems as well. So you're going to get the VCs, you're going to get the kind of big money coming in with the hedge funds and stuff like that. They're going to go for the top coins. But then you're going to get hedge funds that are saying, okay, I'm just going to look for the hidden gems or the small caps. So you get hedge funds and small caps just now in the kind of stock market. So that all they'll do is just look at the small caps. Exactly the same is going to happen in crypto. So you're going to get these hedge funds saying, okay, we're just going to put, say, $10,000 or $100,000 into each of these coins in the hopes that one of them 100x's, and that pushes the portfolio right way high. And I think we could be looking there as well. And this is what we're kind of trying to do. It's just taking a wee bit of time with the hidden gems. So this is where you look for the kind of potential 100x's. Now, out of every 10, probably you're going to get one that goes 100x, or maybe out of every 100, or one out of every 20 or something like that. It goes 100x. So if you had $20,000 and you put $1,000 into, say, 20 of them, and say 5 of them just die off, you've lost $5,000. You've still got $15,000 in the game. Say another 5 just go up 100%. They just kind of double in value. So you've got that money back that you just lost. So you've still got £20,000 in the game. Say 5 of them kind of went up 400%, and one of them went up 100x. It went up 10,000% or something. That's when you make the big money as well. So it's just about spreading your risk as well, spreading your portfolio. The top 10 cryptos can be called the blue chip cryptos. Yeah. El Nino is in the house. Welcome to you, John Russell. Thanks, Imran. G-Slick, X-Max are into gaming. Imran, I thought Christmas is a pump and dump, perhaps. Florence Matthews, hi Steve, can you have a look at XRP, please? Thinking it might have bottomed and due for a massive run. Yeah, I do think I've been saying that for ages. People are getting annoyed with me probably for saying it's due for a massive run, but I do think it's due for a massive run as well. And I think once we get started, once Bitcoin has peaked, it will go on a massive run. We're at 3,539 just now. The lowest has been for about 2 years, is it? A year and a half. Yeah, the lowest has been for a year and a half. So, as I've been saying, I'm kind of accumulating as well at these prices. And there's a story out the other day. In case you missed Bitcoin's resurgence train, XRP could be the next best alternative. So they're talking about in the past 48 hours, Bitcoin has been unstoppable, booming almost 4 times to hit 12,876, bagging 61.8% dominance. And the question in the mind of crypto investors and traders who are yet to enter the Bitcoin market is whether it's too late. In the long term, the answer to this question is no. But as we speak, investors can still put some amount of capital into altcoins, although this has by and large not paid off much. So why XRP? So the saying here, this is from CYT-Crypto. When compared to Bitcoin, the third largest coin by market cap remains undervalued, just like other altcoins. History, however, shows that XRP has managed to grow from these lows. As aforementioned, XRP overshadowed Ethereum twice in less than a week in 2018. So they're saying that XRP, a lot of other people are saying that as well, but a lot of other people are saying XRP is a shitcoin. So it's what side of the fence you can lie on. You're a Marmite, it's a Marmite coin, you love it or hate it. It's one of those projects. Me personally, I do like it, and I think it is going to explode soon. But XRP chart-wise, doesn't look good at all. From a charting point of view, you have to concede that on every level. On every level, it didn't even cross over on the kind of hourly there. So on every level, on every chart, XRP should be going down further. But the thing with XRP, you just never know when it's going to kind of explode. And that's why it's good for me to accumulate, because I believe in it long term. If I was just a trader, I wouldn't be touching it as a trader. There's no way I'd be touching it as a trader. But for me accumulating it, that's a different story altogether, because I believe in it for the long term. I'm sus on, I take it that's ONT. ONT. One sec. I take it as ONT, I'm presuming. ONT BTC. That's a 50-minute chart. So 1 hour. We're in a fast market. Not good in a 1 hour, not good in a 15-minute. Not good at the moment. On a 4 hour, obviously the daily will be the same. It's at its all-time low. I think with the likes of when the alt season does start, ONT is going to be a big runner-up. So it's 12,770 just now. Yeah, I think it'll be a big runner-up. So if you believe in it for the long term, then you could, and I think this is a good quality project as well. So if you believe in it for the long term, it's accumulation time. Excuse me. Hi, I just got here. How's Cardano competing with Libra? So that was the other news story. I was just waiting until you got here. Cardano will outcompete Facebook's Libra in emerging markets, says Charles Hoskinson. So the founder of Cardano believes that the cryptocurrency still holds an edge over Facebook in emerging markets, despite the hype Libra has been generating over the past month. So cryptocurrency matters in emerging markets. So Charles Hoskinson, CEO of Input Output Hong Kong and the founder of Cardano, threw down the gauntlet to social media giant Facebook for control in developing countries. Hoskinson made his comments in an interview with Finance Magnets published on June the 26th. He highlighted the importance of cryptocurrency in emerging markets relative to established financial systems. Emerging markets are where cryptocurrencies matter. And he continued, when I look at the developed world, I don't care. It's highly regulated and in many cases a rigged system. True. If I decide to compete with a tech company, they can just push me out via regulation. True. So he goes on to say, I'm not entering a market and looking to extract value from people, said Hoskinson. Facebook has come into countries it doesn't know a lot about and convinces them to enslave themselves to an economic monopoly and give nothing in return. And their only pitch is that you'll pay less on fees. So that was Charles Hoskinson talking about Facebook and how it's going to compete with Libra as well, how they see it competing with Libra. Libra's not even out yet. Libra's not coming out till January, and it might get delayed as well. It might get brought forward as well, but it's not out yet, and a lot of people are starting to really think about the projects just now, including kind of Charles Hoskinson, obviously, as well. So, but he has been asked a question. So I think Libra or Facebook getting into this market is going to be a good thing to get the masses on board, but not if it takes over, and just it could be a bit of a nightmare if it takes over, but I don't think it will. Imran, tip, I would keep your eye on Chinese and Singaporean hedge funds. They are the main drivers in the market. Keep your eye on July the 1st when they're likely to hit. Yeah, so there's one I like is Hashed. Hashed is a good one to look at. I don't know if they've published who the... We'll look at Hashed on Coinbase. Crunchbase, sorry, not Coinbase. Oh, so they are still actively investing. So this is Hashed. This is the largest crypto assets fund and community builder in South Korea and San Francisco. So this is a Korean one. And I like Hashed, it's one of the bigger ones. This too is also invested in Thundercore and Animoco brands. I don't know about that. That's a post-IPO, so that's an IPO on the stock market, obviously. Terra, they invested in Terra as well. I don't see a lot of people invested in Terra as well, but I don't see, is it Terra Coin, TRC? So I'm going to see if this is the same one. So we'll go to Terra. I just want to see if the website is the same. So Terra.money. No, it's not. It's a different one altogether. So I've seen a lot of investment firms kind of investing in this one, in Terra. I've not seen much about it. Terra Finder, Terra Station. Decentralized stablecoin with a clear adoption roadmap. So is this a stablecoin? I need to look more into that. So, but Crunchbase, yeah. And the reason I was kind of looking at this is for the South Korean hedge funds as well. This is not exactly a hedge fund, it's a kind of VC kind of firm almost, but it shows you what they're kind of getting into as well. So yeah, good tip, Imran. Current handle forming on VET and 7 crossover on hourly chart, CB Norwood. We'll go to VET. VET looks a good one as well, especially with the good news. I just think it's been downplayed just now because of what Bitcoin is doing. BTC. At 73 at the moment, so it's up, it kind of got down to 57, which would have been a brilliant buy in there. On the hourly, it's crossed over, looking good on the hourly. We've got the Fib retracement we can use on this as well. And I'll do it from the crossover. Yeah, we could get up to 79 here. That's going to be resistance there as well, but it's looking good. It's looking good as VET from long-term point of view and looking at the short-term point of view as well. On the 2-hour chart, it's just crossed over on the 2-hour as well. So it's looking like a good one as well to trade. XLM, I like XLM as well. XLM BTC, what time are we on? 9:25. That's not a good one to buy from a trading point of view. I'm not talking fundamentals here, remember this, I'm talking about from a trading point of view. So fundamentals aside, we're just looking at the charts. And if we look at the charts, it's not, Stellar Lumen's not a good one to buy at the moment. And it hasn't been a good one to buy since 1552. And it's down about 30% from there. So it's still not a buy at the moment. But that's just purely from a trading point of view. I'm not talking about from a fundamental point of view. That's totally different. Two different things altogether. Imran, what's your contingency plan if your holdings don't play out as you wanted? And at what point do you pivot out? And what do you have into what's moving? Okay, so I'll probably, a lot of people have been asking this, I'll not move into USDT. So what I'm doing is I'm switching between alts and Bitcoin. Alts and Bitcoin, and scalping or making money scalping, that's what I'm doing just now. So just now I'm keeping a close eye on XRP. I do think it's going to explode. I could be totally wrong. I could be drinking the Kool-Aid and it's just I've just kind of overdosed on their Kool-Aid. It could be that. I don't think I'm wrong. But I have to concede that my logic might be totally flawed and it's totally biased obviously as well. Because I want it to go up. Therefore, I look for evidence that it is going to go up. So I have to concede to that, but I do think it's going to go up. So what I'm doing is I'm going into kind of Bitcoin. If that goes up, looking at the crossovers, then when it comes back down, okay, can I get back into XRP or Cardano and just scalp kind of Bitcoin, make more Bitcoin as it goes up and down, and do it that way. So I don't go into USDT and make kind of money that way because I don't want to do that. It's not about that for me just now. When I cash out, that's when I want to have as much money as possible. So that's what I'm doing just now. That's a contingency plan. So it's just about moving in and out of kind of Bitcoin and the alts as well. Because the alts are going to run. The alts are definitely going to run. I think Bitcoin is going to go higher. If Bitcoin doesn't play out the way I kind of think played out, then obviously the alts are going to go higher as well. Unless it just kind of totally breaks, then the alts are going to kind of come down with it as well. So that's my strategy at the moment. That's kind of what I'm doing just now. Godly Boy, Steve, you said Bab would go on a massive run as well. Get out of XRP. LOL. Yes. What? Different scenario altogether. Different story altogether. So XRP, with all the kind of management side, they've not left XRP. So you've not got anybody left kind of leaving XRP at all. You've got more people coming in, more brains coming into XRP. Totally different story with Bab. Bab was a good idea, but that's what it was. It was a good idea. In fact, it was a brilliant idea. I thought it was one of the greats. And if it could have been the first to market and actually did what they said they were going to do, the management said what they were going to do, then it would have been fantastic. The management didn't. The management left. A lot of the management team left. XRP's not done that. So there's no comparison there. I know you're kind of only joking, but there's no comparison there at all. But I see what you mean. Nope is rank 13. Right, what's rank 13? Right, so give me a couple, Imran, if you're saying that hashed is not one of them. So let me know if you know a kind of site, because I always look for sites where it lists these hedge funds and what they're buying as well. So let me know, Imran, that would be a good one to check. Oh, check rank 13 on CMC, sorry. So what's the name of it? Oh, Anna said Leo. What the hell? Right, is this Leo? What's... Just a second, I've not even seen this. I'm obviously behind 1.7 billion. It just came out. Bitfinex. Right, I'm with you. Right. I'm behind the times there with Bitfinex. Operates on the Ethereum platform. As a current supplier, yeah. Right, okay. So this is for the Leo kind of token. I just wondered when I seen that, I just didn't understand Leo, but it's a Leo token for Bitfinex. Views on LTC with halving coming up in 38 days. LTC could still go higher before the halving. I think after the halving it's going to go down, but it still could go higher before then. But it's getting closer and closer to it, so I'm not so sure. It just depends on what Bitcoin price does. I love Cardano. It's my biggest hold. The Revolutionist. I do think it's going to be amazing as well in the future. B, thanks all. Have a great weekend. B, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Heat wave in Europe, I'm seeing on news. Certainly heat wave in Glasgow. Bankera Bank, BNK, yep. I've seen that as well. That's from Daz Hibernian. Netflix is launching an altcoin documentary. That'll be good. Dirty Fergie, thank you, Steve. John Russell, thanks everyone. Have a great day. LTC is looking ready to launch. We'll have a look at LTC before we go, because I still think that's going to touch $200. LTC, we'll look at the USD value just now. I'd like to look at that, but we'll go to that just now. This is on a 1 hour. 117. We'll look at the LTC BTC. Close to a low. This is on what, as I said. We'll look at the daily. I don't know if it's getting ready to launch, but it's coming closer. So 1 million Satoshi. It's moving up. Got a symmetrical triangle there, so it could be breaking out of that. Rob UK, Steve, look at Vin Ferretti new video. He's saying that he's selling all his bitcoins because there's so much manipulation at the moment. Want to get stocks and other assets. Oh wow. Oh wow, I need to look at that. I like Vin Ferretti. I've not seen him in a while, but I'll need to check that out. Rob, thanks for that. Mervyn Skidmore, and so we start another weekend. Could 20k be around the bend? We just don't know where it'll go. But smash the likes before you go. Choose Mervyn. It's a Bitfinex coin, yeah. They're going to try and compete with BNB. Well, they're up there at 1.7 billion market capitalization. This dump is exhausting. Sell, buy. I know it's a bit of a nightmare. That's why it's good if you want to trade, then put some money into trading, but put the rest into just accumulating. I met Rushdie and Bab team yesterday at Blockchain Summit. Future looks very bright. Team working hard. Brundle 25. Excellent. Excellent. I really do hope to make it. I do hope to make it. How's your family about crypto and your friends or even Scotland showing signs of crypto? There's hardly anything. Plus how your regulators and UK government on crypto. Plus, please watch G20 on signals on BTC direction. Yeah. HMRC have come out with kind of the tax on crypto as well. They've come out with a more comprehensive kind of view on that as well. So they've come out. G20 is going to be interesting to see what the European kind of Union does, or the European countries do as well with regards to Bitcoin. Crypto done one. I'm late, but I made it. You're just in time. We're just about to say goodbye. Just in time, DJ. But nice to see you here, buddy. Nice to see you here. Okay, that's it for just now. If you could hit the likes before you go. Got about 52 people watching just now. If you could hit the likes, that would be fantastic. And let me know if you have any questions or anything if you're watching this back. But let me know if you have any questions. Sorry, I've just seen something else there. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Have a brilliant weekend, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you in the premium group and the free group as well over the weekend. I'm just about to go, well, I'm not, I've still got another part of the business. I've got another 2 videos to do. So I'm going to do another live somewhere else. On the social media side of the business, and then I'll do another video for the afternoon, and I'll get back to finishing off this floor, and that's me for today. And I'll try and get out and catch some raise at the weekend as well. Okay, until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.